was about to say we recording. You got an intro or something?
Mm.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Ever told on a nigga? Nope. Ever squeezed the trigger? Yep. Ever set a nigga up? Nope. Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck? You a sap? Nope. You a boss player? You a Mac? Yep. Let me hold a couple dollars. Nope. Y'all still be popping y'all collars? Yep. Stock rims on the scrape? Nope. Paint wetter than a lake? Yep. Poodle in my blood? Nope. Bitch, I'm a thug? Yep. You a loser? Nope. Winner? Yep. Starving? Nope. Dinner? Yep. You still sell dope? Nope. Now you clean it in a bar Dove soap? Yep. Got a little Gouda? Nope. Got a thumper, got a Ruger? Yep. You in love with the hoe? Nope. She bringing you the dough? Yep. You gon' cry if she leave? Nope. You gon' fly overseas? Yep. Everybody got choices. I choose to get money, I'm stuck to this bread. Everybody got choices. These bitches is choosing, I'm all in their head. Everybody got choices. Keep it 1,000, I done liked it, I chows. Everybody got choices. These niggas be hating, I already know, but I never go broke. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. And I ain't gotta sell my soul. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. If you broke, you ain't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. I give a fuck if you don't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. Lazy? No. Got dick that'll drive a hoe crazy? Yep. Hater? No. Wanna see a player get paper? Yep. Traitor? No. Loyal to my soil, not a faker? Yep. Sleep? No. Bust moves, hella active in the streets? Yep. Scared of the dark? No. Have money, have heart? Yep. Nork? No. Shark? Yep. Gossip like a brawl? No. Check a bitch like a smog? Yep. Slipping? No. Tripping? Yep. Sober as a gopher? No. Hide in a roller coaster? Yep. Star Wars? No. Yoda? Yep. Never leave the house without my strap? No. Shoot a motherfucker in his nap? Yep. Never been a sucker or a pussy? No. Blowing cookie, never coughing like a rookie? Yep. Everybody got choices. I choose to get money, I'm stuck to this bread. Everybody got choices. These bitches is choosing, I'm all in their head. Everybody got choices. Keep it 1,000, I done liked it, I chows. Everybody got choices. These niggas be hating, I already know, but I never go broke. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. And I ain't gotta sell my soul. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. If you broke, you ain't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. I give a fuck if you don't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. Was it love at first sight? No. Did she ride you like a bike? Yeah. Was it ripe? No. Was her pussy tight? Yeah. Got some property? No. Drive a Maserati? Yeah. You softer than a sock? No. You solid as a rock? Yeah. Slow? No. Trained to go? Yeah. Your team weak? No. You respected in the street knee? Yeah. Shallow? No. Didn't need? Yeah. Broke? No. Chin knee? Yeah. Not a BB or a pellet gun? No. But a long barrel bass drum? Yeah. If I get into it, won't run? No. I'ma give a nigga fair run? Yeah. Still live in the track? No. You ever go back? Yeah. Wear a wire and a camera? No. Ears to the scanner? Yep. Everybody got choices. I choose to get money, I'm stuck to this bread. Everybody got choices. These bitches is choosing, I'm all in their head. Everybody got choices. Keep it 1,000, I done liked it, I chows. Everybody got choices. These niggas be hating, I already know, but I never go broke. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. And I ain't gotta sell my soul. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. If you broke, you ain't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah. I give a fuck if you don't like me. No. I'ma stay getting money, yeah.
Yo, man, I had to play that joint right there. You know, they threw E40 out of the they threw him out of the basketball game the other night because some white lady was heckling him and he turned around. I guess he said something to her or whatever. So the Sacramento King security came and threw him out of the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I don't guess they really knew who he was or whatever. They just thought he was some regular black dude. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
which he is, but you know, he's a star that goes to all the games. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
they didn't do anything to the white lady that was heckling him. So you know, he was fucked up about that shit.
Okay, so he's a regular. He's regular. They know who he is.
Oh, I guess they didn't know who he was, like the Sacramento security. I'm not real sure, but I know they didn't do anything to the lady that was heckling him, and they threw him out. You know, and he really,
That's crazy.
they said he
How do
really
you?
didn't even say nothing to her like that. You know what I'm saying? But
So he must have just stood up, maybe asserted his presence slightly, because you
he
know they
said
fragile.
he said she been doing it the whole game. Hold on one second.
No, you good.
What up, Rosie?
This shit.
What's good?
Yeah, I got it. You hear me?
Pull up then. We on here. Pull up.
Who's all on there?
Me and my host is on here.
Oh, your host. All right, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, just click on the link and come on. We're gonna chop it up.
All right, what's up?
All right, don't wait. We waiting on you. I don't know why he called me. Shit. I just sent him the link and told him to jump on.
Everybody calls you. I think because sometimes the technology can be a little confusing, but soon as he on, we're gonna be all right. But
Yeah,
yeah, like
Rosie's
you.
fresh out of prison. Fresh out of prison.
Okay. So, okay. I was looking up some things because research is that's my niche, right? I always have to find the reason why things are the way they are. So, I was looking at this prison reform bill that Bill Lee proposed back in 21, 22, and he's fresh out. I wonder if any of this affected him in any way.
I don't know. Let's bring him on. Here he is
Yeah,
right here.
let's talk about it.
What up, though?
Yo,
What's
what
up,
up,
fam? Hey, how you
Rosie?
doing? What's good, bro?
Hey man, you like it? Can you turn a light on? You like it in the dark?
Yeah, I'm out here at Granny's crib. Mama done locked the door on me, bro. You hear me? So I'm waiting on my rad. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you outside?
Yeah, I'm outside, bro.
Uh,
There ain't enough light.
it's dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little dark.
yeah, I know. I can
Oh, where
tell.
you at in the hood? You in the hood too, huh?
Yeah, Granny just got
Okay.
out the hospital.
I know. Send Miss Glordine my love. You know what I'm saying?
I,
She was a great woman. You
yeah,
know, when I got out of when I was released from prison in 1991, um, I went to work at Wright's Country Cuisine, like this restaurant or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And she worked there. You know what I'm saying? So
For
as
sure.
soon as I got out of prison, I went straight to work with your grandmother, bro. You know, she taught me the ropes over there and everything. And she didn't take no shit from nobody. So, you
Nah,
know, I always got this big respect from Miss Glordine.
yeah, she's
You know
stubborn.
what I
She's
mean?
stubborn for sure.
Hey, she ran that business like a champ too.
She did though. Yeah, she's doing good. She in her sleep. Mama ended up locking the door. But what y'all got going on?
Oh man, this is Porter King's podcast.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, we jump on here and just chop it up about, you know, whatever we want to chop it up about. You know what I'm saying? I you know, I know you since you was a baby, since you was born. You know, you from my neighborhood. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
home
I know
team.
your whole family. You know what I'm saying? I just seen you at Rashid's barbershop today. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We both slid in there and got some cuts and shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Rashid doing his thing too, man. He
man,
got me
Rashid
right
doing his thing. Super proud of Rashid, man. He always there to look out and help a brother. You know, he's one of them good brothers that you can really chop it up with.
for
You know, I
sure, for
always
sure.
every time I go, I only meant to stay in there for 5 minutes, bro. I was in there 2 hours. You know what
Two
I'm
hours,
saying?
kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss
But
Rashid.
but yeah, I ain't you know, I ain't seen you in a minute.
Yeah,
I,
man,
I, I knew where you was at. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I've been out for about
Yeah.
a month. change. I just got out months some change. I didn't think it was going to be this hard though, bro. You feel me? Especially trying to do it different. You know what I'm saying? Just do it
How
different.
long was you in there?
I did 6.5,
6.5 years this time.
6.5 years this time, and I
What'd
did
you What'd
six.
you do before that?
I did 6 before this.
How long did you stay out in between those times?
Man, man, I say if I didn't run, man, I probably 2 years. If I didn't run, it'll probably be a year. But I ran, so it was 2 years. It's sad because I've been doing it since I was young too. You know, I went in at 12, got out 16, stayed out maybe 2 years, and went back in when I was 19. Came back out when I was 25, and turned around and went right back. You feel me? At 28,
Damn,
it was
man,
all bad. Yeah, but it's over with
bro,
for me. This, I promise you.
man, I hope so. Make better choices. You know what I'm saying? Find you a better crowd of people to run around with, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
the thing. You know, you find it seems like it's boring, but it's really not. It's peace. You feel what I'm saying? It's peace for me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's peace for me. You know what I'm saying? Just to be out here and instead of fences, nigga, it's the clouds, bruh. You feel me? Like instead of fences, the crowd, it's the clouds and it's the trees. You feel what I'm saying? And to being around my family and my little girl, bruh, she's dope. You understand what I'm
Well, you
saying?
was always you was always a smart young brother. And that was
Yeah,
the whole reason why I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring this. I haven't even been on my podcast in a minute. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I was like, shit, man, I'm about to bring the brother on because we was in the barbershop chopping it up about business.
yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? So,
Took my
you
first
know,
L with that business too, man. I took my first L like that. That hurt because it was legit for me, and I was going hard for it. And then for somebody to cut you off, man, it was devastating. For the first time, I felt like how y'all felt. You know what I'm saying? Doing y'all's legit thing, and then y'all take them L's, man. It just felt real bad. It hurt my feelings for real, bro. You feel me? It hurt my feelings for real, for real.
man, you
And I
just gotta
cried.
dust yourself off and bounce
Yeah,
back every
yeah,
time and come back even stronger. You
yeah,
know what I'm
big fan.
saying? Smarter and smarter. You're a smart young brother. You always was a smart young brother. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes, you just end up making bad choices by the
Yeah,
people you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
bet.
And
Yeah,
we need y'all young brothers out here. Y'all some warriors, man.
yeah,
And
for sure, for
we just
sure.
need y'all. We just need y'all thinking right out here. It's plenty of opportunity out here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I told you, you know what I'm saying? You really ain't even got to go work for nobody else. You can start your own podcast,
yeah,
this internet, it's just a lot out here that you can do, for self now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. I see it now, though. It's always been there, but nobody really sat down and really thought about it. You know how it is. It's crazy. You turn 30 something years old, and then you finally see it. You know what I'm saying? I hate that it takes so long, but it's a good thing that you know what I'm saying. I realized it before I'm either dead or locked up for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just shit, man. Just be smart. Make good decisions. Don't jump back out here like you
Nah,
like you did the last few times. You know what I'm saying?
nah.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah,
You
big
know what I'm
fan.
saying? You said you had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? She needs
Two of
you.
them. Two of them.
You know
They
what I'm saying?
my little
So,
divas. You know what I'm
so
saying?
man, look, bro. Learn everything you can learn out here. Like I said, these computers, man. Like, you know, uh, you smart, bro. And I know that since you was a kid. Since you was young.
Yeah,
So it's time to apply them. It's time to apply them smarts now. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And you know, there's a whole lot out here. You was asking me about the shoe game,
yeah.
because I just I guess you was partners with the one dude I just sold my shoe collection to.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Hollered at me. It's crazy because he had hollered at me, you know what I'm saying? I had commented on his gal's shoes and she was like, well, my husband do the shoes. So I was like, well shit, you know what I'm saying? I rock with him, you feel me? He's like, well, if you help me, man, help me sell some of these shoes, you feel me? We want
Uh-oh.
hold on one second. I was like, all right, cool. So I started going hard. You feel what I'm saying? It's all on Facebook and all that. On Facebook selling the shoes, going in, got some little cars made, and then one day he had hit me with the man. We was gonna keep it in the family. I was like, wow, I was out here going stupid for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
there's a street light somewhere across the street or something, ain't it?
Yes, right here.
Yeah. Walk over to the street light. You're in the dark, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the hood too, though. What about now? Can you see me?
Better. Yeah, I can see better now.
Yeah, they gotta walk all the way to the tennis courts. But it's all good, man. Do the good dude. I ain't mad at him and all that. You feel me? I know what I'm gonna do. You feel me? I'm gonna get out and get it. That's what I do. Like you said, I'm smart, so I'm gonna get out and get it myself. You know what I'm saying? You
You
hear me?
smart, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it
Yes,
though.
sir. But what I was telling you in the barbershop was, I run these podcasts, and on
Yeah,
these podcasts, it's just all about getting on here and gathering, followers, people
yeah,
that's going to listen to what you have to say.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And man, you got the gift of gab. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
See,
saying?
the thing is though, see right now you got me on the spit high.
Oh shit, what happened?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, mama calling me. Hold on. You know how that go. She want to make sure I'm
Might cut
straight.
you off. Oh, and this is my host. This is my host, Jackie.
Hey,
I don't
Miss
know if
Jack.
you
Hey, Jack, you good, ain't you?
I am. Nice to meet you.
Who do it? Nice to meet you too. Who does your hair? Where you get your hair from? I might mess around and have some hair here pretty soon. You feel me? Malaysian, maybe for 42 inches. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some 46 inches. You know what I'm saying? Some Remy. You feel what I'm saying? It all depends though.
Oh, darling,
Jackie
if
keeping
this
it
was
all natural,
me,
bro.
if this was me at 16, I would have hit you up on the slick and slide, but I'm locked under here. My antenna's
Oh,
strong.
oh, for real? Okay, say no more then. Well, be on the lookout for Beatty's Beauty Parlor. You feel me? Because we gonna do dreads and all.
Hey, but listen, I might have some people that might need a little something, so I might need your information on the slide.
All right, for sure. Well, just be cool. Everything's in the process of being organized. You feel what I'm saying? So just be cool, and I'm gonna definitely let you know.
Well,
Murdoch,
good vibes to your business.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that for real, for real. Murdoch,
Yeah.
link me in with the hair, big bro.
Hey, uh, man, I ain't man. We gotta. I ain't a believer in that. I don't really support that
Oh, I get. I'm
like
not
that. You know what I'm saying? I like our women naturally
natural.
beautiful.
Yeah,
You know what
facts.
I'm saying? So I don't really get in that lane right there.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
what you're saying.
what else would you like to get into? What you sat in prison for 6 years.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, I'm sure you had time to think about what you was gonna do when them doors swung for you. So
yeah, I definitely had time to mostly, man. You feel me? I had a conversation with myself while I was in solitary confinement. I had to do 6 months in the hole. I had like 6 months in the hole or whatever. You feel me? And this is crazy because this is when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Being in the hole with nobody to talk to, no TV. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with myself, and I got to know me, Murdoch. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like how y'all know me. It's like, okay, Rosie, he rat, he wild, he this, he that. Now I got to know me. You know what I'm saying? I realized that I'm a people pleaser, which is a good and a bad,
Ooh.
which is a good, but it's a bad. It's really a bad thing for me. You get what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
now I think about it, being a people pleaser cost me a lot of my problems coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's from riding with the homies, you feel what I'm saying? Going in for them, or or taking care of the family when it's like at the end of the day, what do I have? You get what I'm saying? Like I give my last. You feel what I'm saying? Just being a
Mm-hmm.
people pleaser, man, put you in a messed up situation. A lot of my problems came from that. I got to know me. You know what I mean? And once I
of
got to know
course.
me, I changed. And then you run across homies that's locked up while you locked up with them, and they still haven't got to know themselves, and they still stuck in 2004, 5, 6, and 7, and they
Ooh.
look at you like you different.
How did that affect your affiliation though?
My affiliation, listen, that it never did nothing for me, to be honest with you.
Right.
You feel me? I
Oh,
let I let that go a long time ago.
okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? I let that go a long time ago. For one, I never was I never got fully proper because back in them days, there wasn't nobody down here doing that but me. You know what I mean? That
Mm.
Right.
like for real, like on a for real scale. You feel me? So I was never in tune with nobody, but I'm glad I never got in tune because what I'm saying, that changed me as well. You know what I mean? Like it changed me as well because I know that what I'm saying. Don't nobody care about nobody is different. I don't care what nobody says. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody is for self. You get what I mean? It ain't
Hmm.
love. It ain't no love for real. For real. You feel what
Well,
I'm saying?
coming from where you coming from, that's it's real in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different out here. Out here, you mingle with everybody. In there, it's really segregated.
Yeah,
It's like real
yeah.
life. You know
It
what I'm
is.
saying? Yeah, it's real life. You feel me?
It is.
So,
It's
you
definitely
know,
it's definitely serious. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm glad I came up out of that because like I got to know, like I said, I got to know mama. My mama keep calling me, but she won't keep interrupting this until I talk to her. She worried. Yeah.
right.
Hold on. She gonna keep interrupting.
Give Patty my respects.
I will. Mama. Mama, that's because I'm doing something I'm on the podcast right now live. What's going on? You okay? I know you would. Murdoch said, "What's up, man? It's all love." I'm at Granny's. I'm about to leave, Mama. I'm not gonna wake her up, Mama. Yeah, I'm on the back porch. But listen, let me get out here. I'm straight, Mama. I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay? I love you too. She said, "What's up, Murdoch?" Yeah,
That's right. I
pat,
know
pat,
she
pat.
moved. She moved somewhere, didn't she?
Yeah, she moved. She came back. Man, she's doing real good too, bro.
Oh,
You
that's
feel me?
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
she making sure I stay out the way this time for real, for real.
Man, it's hey, I always like to see my community, prosper and grow, bro. And that's
Bounce
really
back,
the real
really.
reason why I wanted to bring you on here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to come,
Damn.
to come out here from where you came from and jump back into the same shit that you was into and run with them same crew of people. You know what I'm saying? Um, it only makes sense if you run with criminals, you're gonna be a criminal.
Hmm.
If you run with motherfuckers that's broke, you're gonna be broke. You know what I'm saying? So if you run with motherfuckers that's doing some good shit, some positive shit, and some prosperous shit, that's what you're gonna be the next one to be that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about who you surround yourself around. You know what I'm saying? And the choices that you make. So I had to you know I know you since you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So as an OG, I got it. This is how I got to get it to you when I see you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to see my youngsters in and out of there. Damn, I guess he fell off.
Yeah, his connection was probably rough because of where he was.
Yeah, but I got to get them youngsters that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like and I know what he did. You know what I'm saying? I know the shit that he was into. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
you know, I just got to keep it a buck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
shit, you make those choices. There's consequences that come with them choices. You
But
know
you
what
know
I'm
what I found to be the most interesting and enlightening with him, in adverse to other people that have been released from prison that I've talked to, just personally and passing it on my own, is that he went as far as to understand the psychology of why he was doing the things that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And as a chronic people pleaser myself, it is very difficult to admit that to yourself and understand that most of your problems in your life really do stem from you and your choices. So I applaud him for getting that deep. Because a lot of people I know, especially in my age group, we like to blame everything on everybody else, but we don't take responsibility for the shit that we do. So,
Right. I hope he jumps back on. I don't
me
know.
too. Me too, because I had some questions. You already know I come with them.
Rosie a wild dude too. Rosie wild as hell. I ain't lying. Like, damn, I just hope bro get it together.
He's got an entrepreneurial spirit
He
because
about
he
the business.
he's gonna make something of himself regardless, and I love that. That's his personal resistance. That is his fight. I love it. So we
Yeah.
wish him well in his endeavors.
Yeah, it's just my duty. It's just my duty to drop that on them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I hate to see them youngsters. I know they whole family. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I just hate when I see a lot. I see that whole cycle all the time with a bunch of youngsters from my neighborhood.
Hmm.
They go do 10 years in prison. They get out for 3 months and then go right back. How do you get out for 3 months and go right back? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, damn. Something's got to be done. You know what I'm saying? And I try to, give them some good guidance or whatever. But you can only give them what you can give them. You know what I'm saying? But if I just opened up opportunity to them, I told them, hold on, hello.
Hey, this is my other phone. My phone died. My battery pack only put like 1% on that joint, and it died.
Okay, can you get to your email address from that phone right there?
Nah, it's not an iPhone. I don't. I can try to do the email thing. Hold on.
Just go to your email. Just go to your email, and then you can jump right back on through your email.
All right, so let me see. So I go. I'm on Gmail right here. You can't do. You can't log into the.
You got a Gmail account?
Yeah, I got a Gmail account.
What's
It's
what's what is it?
Patrick B047 at gmail.com.
Let's see.
See, I wish I could catch you when I had like time. This gal about to pick me up too. You feel me? You hear me?
I heard you. Is it a dot in it?
No.
What's the 0407
047.
at Gmail?
Yeah. Yeah, this gal about to pick me up too. It's about to get kind of wild. You feel me? Got enough time for that? Huh? This about to get wild.
Rosie.
I don't want to do more. I do this more. I just come through. You feel me? This shit got this shit. This shit right here, man. You put me on the spot. I like this shit, though. You feel me? I like that podcast shit, though.
I just sent you the link again. Jump back on if you can.
All right, man. Well, let's see. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to jump back in.
All right, bet. Holy shit.
Bruh is he's animated. That's what we're gonna call it. He
Hey, you
animated.
ain't said nothing. Watch this. I'm gonna get him to really turn up.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get him
just
to
sit here
speak.
and I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
just
get him to
enjoy
speak his
it.
own language. He got his own language.
Okay, I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
As soon as he jump back on, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him to speak his own language.
Okay.
I'm gonna act like I be knowing what he be. Hold on. Yo, Rosebud.
I'm on a podcast. Hey, I'm back, big bro.
Rosebud.
Can you see me?
No, I can't see you. You don't have a camera on.
See me, bro?
Nope, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh snap, man!
You
This is
gotta
what
turn the
these cheap
camera on.
phones. Yeah, it's not letting me cut this camera on.
Hey, how you get the
I
name
pushed the button.
Rosebud?
Hold on. You want to know that? All right, so check this out, man. Shout out to my nigga Lil Josh, man. Stormy, right?
So the camera's not letting it work, big bro. You
You
for
all
whatever
good?
reason.
We can hear you.
So I hope it's don't mess it up. So check this out. So we so me and Lil Josh, man, we used to kick it on the front street. You know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And we had met this girl from South Carolina. And she turned us on to this thing called Cass and Cream. So it's like a milk, it's a liquor. So we getting drunk or whatever. So he's like, hey, bro, I know this I know this movie we can watch. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. It's called American Pimp, right? So we go get the movie. He brings it over. We watching it. So we watching all the pimp. So there's this pimp on there named Rosebud with two D's for a double dose of pimping, right? So so we checking them out. We checking it out. You feel what I'm saying? We watched the whole joint. I said, fuck it. I'm about to be pimping, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So check this out, man. So I had met this girl. What was her name? It was my first. I mean, don't disrespect you. And this is it was my first hoe. You feel what I'm saying? Her name was Amy. That's her name. So she kept walking up on me. I said, listen, I said, check this out. You feel me? Let me give you some news you can use. You feel what I'm saying? And she said, okay. I said, at the end of the day, if we got a common goal, we can work together. You just got to do what I told you and go where I showed you. She's like, okay, I'm with it. I was like, all right, cool. You feel me? So she was a virgin though, big bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I did the number. I broke the rule, man. You feel me? Because you ain't supposed to have sex with him. So I ended up having sex with her. I took her virginity or whatever. You feel me? So then we out there on the block. This is crazy because I'm gonna say some names on here. You feel what I'm saying? That might fuck around to get me in trouble, but it's cool though. You feel me?
All
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Do not get mad at me. It is what it is. So I'm on the block with it. This is when 2 for $89s was popping. You know, you go to Foot Locker, get you some Reeboks and some New Balances, 2 for $89. So I took it to the mall, got us a 2 for $89, and we on the block. She's looking cute. You feel me? So Magoo rolls up. Yo, bruh. So Magoo rolls up or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So whatever ever happened, whatever. Anyway, so Lil Josh was like, he's like, yeah, nigga, you pimping now. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm pimping this shit. You feel what I'm saying? He said, I'm gonna start calling you Rosebud with two D's for a double dose of pimping. I said, I like that. I like that. So then everybody started calling me Rosebud, and I was a pimp for about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I was a pimp for about 2 weeks. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. And everybody was calling me Rosebud, bro. It's real though. It's definitely real. But that's how I got that name, man.
How'd you
You
lose your
feel me?
pimping, man?
That's wild. But shout out to my nigga Lil Josh, man. That's my round, bro.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I
the
didn't really just
fam.
lose my pimping, right? You feel me? At the end of the day, you know what? I didn't lose my pimping, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The thing is, where I was so young, and you know what I'm saying, that fast life was bringing more money. You feel what I'm saying? Although I was making money pimping, but that dope money was coming in so fast that it was starting to interfere. You know what I'm saying with the street because I was trying to manage both of them. I should have just chose one and went. I ended up choosing the other route, and it became Rosebud with two D's for a double dose of the weed or whatever else you need. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of the pimping. But it's crazy though, bro. It's wild.
You are
You know what I'm saying? Don't
extremely
judge me, sis.
poetic.
You hear me?
You are extremely
I
Hey,
poetic.
appreciate
I
that.
just
People
got
say
to
I got
throw that out there.
how'd
well,
you
a lot of
develop?
people they tell me I got
How,
to get
how
the
did you
gab. You
develop
feel me?
that language?
Well, at the end of the day, when I was younger, you feel me? I like the music and I like to be different. I've been talking like this since I was like in the third, fourth grade. Anybody who know me can tell you, right? So, one of my favorite rappers was E40. And for Christmas,
Mm.
my my auntie had got me this book called E40's Book of Language or Spiterature. I gotta get some Newport shorts in the box. Is that gonna be convenient? It's not convenient. It is convenient. All right, I appreciate that. Nah. All right, so boom, so I get this thing in like the eighth grade, Murdoch. You feel what I'm saying? And this is when Rosebud became who he is with the gift. You feel me? And I got to reading that thing and how he was coming up with his own lingo. And I was like, well, that's me. You know what I'm saying? And I started to develop my own thing. Nowadays, it's like code 1 and code 2 or code 3. See, a lot of people be like, man, what's up with all these codes? But they don't do the math. You get what I'm saying? Erica Badu said it best. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you made it laugh because you did not
Did
do
not
your
do
math.
your
You
math.
feel me? What she say? Oh, 1, 2, 3. The world keeps So when I say code 3 or code 4, you feel me? I'm really just speaking on, you know what I'm saying, the masses. You feel me? So if you do something that's, say you do something that's real crazy, like not crazy, like it's like, man, you know what, man, I almost went in that store and stole something. I'm be like, okay, then that's a code 9. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by that code 9 means you just born to understanding. You feel me? You just manifested understanding. You get what I'm saying? You made knowledge born all the way back to knowledge again. Not to get on no, you know what I'm saying, the deep stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm still a baby. You understand what I'm saying? But the fact that you realize that if you go in there and steal, that you're going to get in trouble, you just born overstanding. You get what I'm saying? So when I say that's a code 9, something that you don't understand, and it's not your fault. You feel me?
All right. Yo. Yeah,
That makes sense, big bro.
shit. Hey,
Can you hear
well,
me?
give us some of your language. Give us some of your lingo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talk your shit.
Talk your talk, bro.
Okay, so see the thing. See, we got to be in a full-fledged conversation for you to. Yeah, see, you got to be in a conversation with me, man. It's just crazy because I can't just get, because then it has no meaning. You feel me? We gotta have a real conversation, big bro. Like in the barbershop. You feel what I'm saying? Like in the barbershop, how we was talking, it had meaning. You feel me? So we got to have a
I heard
conversation for that. You feel me? In order to give it to
I
you, man,
heard
you
you with
got to
the
be on the
17.
spot, bird. You know what I'm saying?
I heard you with the
It's a
17.
code 19 we have 4 divided by whatever you want it to be. It's all about you. You feel me?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
indubitably. And then I'll be using words. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people got to go to the dictionary. I don't have to. You feel me? Hold on, let me grab these ports. What's going on? You all right? Yeah. Can I get some Newport shorts in the box, please? Just let me get one of them things. Hey, $6 right here, bro. I get out of penitentiary. If I buy 2, well, give me 2 of those things. Bro, I get out of the penitentiary. Newports is $10. You hear me?
Where you at the Easy Mart?
Make you want to stop smoking. That's a
Yo,
code
you at the
3.
Easy Mart?
Appreciate that, big dog.
From the whole making my.
And
You
that
got a
was a
reward
code
card,
3.
fast cash reward.
You say what?
You at the Easy Mart?
Nah, I ain't at the Easy. I'm over here on by
Weston.
I'm on West Home.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a code 3 because we just manifested the understanding. You feel me? For sure. Nah, I ain't at the Easy Mark. I'm on where am I at?
Weston, right below Model City.
Oh,
I don't got a
okay.
car. Can I use yours?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to for you.
Man, I appreciate
Save you
that.
that money.
At the end of the day, we got to work together. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't it, brother?
I tell you what, man. What kind of lotion you use? I got some lotion just for you. One second. Be on the lookout for Beauty's lotion and cream for silky smooth skin. I ain't playing.
You
Cream you want to
coming out
need.
with everything, Rosie.
Right?
Is it working?
That's your born hustlers,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Like you put me on the spot with the lingo. You feel me? We just got to have a conversation. You feel what I'm saying? You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
man.
God, you mother freaker, you. You hear me? But yeah, but as far as that pimping though, bro, you feel me? But as far as that pimping, bro, you feel me? Yeah, I am.
Not freaking working.
It's cool. We'll just pay for it. I'll just donate. You hear me?
Yeah. Next time you come activate one of these, so if you're in one of these stores with that symbol,
Yeah.
that you'll visit all of our stores.
Okay, appreciate that, big dog. Yeah, so as far as that pimping, it's crazy because when I was in the penitentiary, I ran across a pimp. You feel what I'm saying? He said, I keep hear people call you Rosebud. I said, yeah. He said, I know the real Rosebud. I said, oh yeah. He said, you got all the qualities of Rosebud, but I know you ain't the real Rosebud. I said, yeah, I'm little Rosebud Jr. He said, I can dig it. I can dig it. So he had broke some stuff down to me. I realized that, you know, my whole life that I've been like that. You know,
Oh my.
man, that's crazy. I say that too, because it's bad, you know, in the penitentiary. And when you ain't got nobody out there, you feel me? You do whatever you can to try to help you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a female, really a female, and then you run that rabbit on them. That's a form of pimping. And y'all just made me think about some things. Now I feel bad messing with you. You hear me, bro?
Hey, man.
Appreciate
Sometimes,
that.
Yeah, my
hey,
door
when
locked
you
up.
in
I gotta
there,
get it reset.
It's all good, big bro.
you know,
Hey, you take it easy. You hear me, bro?
that's
Don't
when the
work too
game
hard.
is top notch.
Don't let that to the change thing.
It's gotta be.
All right.
Hey, when I was in prison, I wrote 7 different women the same letter. I swear to God, five,
Yeah, I
six different
promise you
women the
though.
same letter.
I promise you,
Yeah,
for real, for real. But I'm so different now that it's crazy for me. Yep, I
yeah. You gotta,
promise, and
you
it's
gotta,
crazy.
you gotta choose wisely out here now, bro.
And let me tell
You
her I'm
gotta
on this
choose wisely
podcast
out
real
here.
quick. Hold on. Man. Oh man, it's my little daughter.
Yeah,
So the
you gotta
family
make
has
better choices out here now,
wives and
man.
y'all.
Like,
Willie was his first name anyway. That was before Shawnee. Yeah, I know that. Hey, big bro, I'm not trying to hold on, let me call my little girl real quick because she just texted me and I'm not sure
hey,
what she's
hey,
talking about.
hey, Rosie.
Hold on. What's up, big homie? Yeah.
Shit.
Can you hear me?
We can jump back and chop it up anytime if you want to.
Can can you hear me? I will, bro. Listen, I'll be prepared, man. I didn't know it was gonna be this quick like that, right? You feel me? But I definitely got a lot to say, man. You feel me? I just gotta be better prepared next time. You feel me?
Oh
On
yeah.
Jesus, you got to think of some things with the rap, but you just took me all the way back to when the nigga was out there with the when it was out there pimping and stuff. My nigga little Josh, man, we was chilling, bumping Dirty Boys. You feel me? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's wild, man. Even when I got out that last time in 2013, man, and I seen you, I tried to sell you that dirt bike,
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, you brought the dirt
You
bike
remember
over the
that?
border.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brought
So
the dirt bike
it's
over the
crazy because
border.
yeah, yeah, and it's crazy that you brought up the pimping because I was pimping then too. When I got out, I end up getting back on it. You feel what I'm saying? And but that's an old life of mine. But that's just Rose. But I think it's just in me, or it's just the way I talk to people. You feel me? They said I should have been a motivational speaker.
I was
And that's
thinking
and
that.
that's what and that's
You
what
hear
that's
me?
what I was telling you about. That's what I was telling you about building you a podcast and like a YouTube channel, and a network channel. You know what I'm saying? Because all it is getting on here and talking, bro. You know what I'm saying? And building your
Yeah,
fans, building people that want to listen to you.
and just
That'll support.
kicking
You
it.
know what I'm
Me and
saying?
Lil Josh were talking about that for real, for real. And I might just, I'm definitely going to scream at him and see. Murdoch, before, 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 before I sign off, I want you to finish this for me. You hear me, bro? Can you
I
hear
hear
me?
you. I hear you.
Before I sign off, I want you to finish this for me, bro. Oh, he's gone?
Say what?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Before I sign off, bro, I want you to finish this for me. You ready?
I'm listening.
5 5 10. 5 5 10.
Alley Gate.
Yeah, 5 5 10, bro.
What's 5510?
5 5 5 5 10. Get your black ass in. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. First one free. You remember that? Man, that's Cat
Cat and
Dog,
Dog.
Riverview Pool, bro.
Cat and Dog.
He was a little older than us though.
Yeah, but they started Cat Dog. Yeah,
You
Cat Dog.
started
Five
that
five
shit.
ten. Yeah, 5 5 10. Get your
What
black
about
ass in. 1 2 3 4
5
5 6
10?
7 8 9 10. First one free. That's back in
Hell
the
yeah.
hood. Listen, bro, I love you, bro. I gotta sign off this thing. I know y'all
Rosie,
started
much
that.
love, man.
You hear
Hey
me?
man. Hey man. Be smart, bro. Be smart. Make good
Ho-
choices, bro.
Hopefully, I'll
You-
charge my iPhone next time. You feel me? It'll do a whole lot better. You feel what I'm saying? Man, I love you,
yeah,
bro.
man.
Let me get off this junk though. It was nice meeting you, sis.
Nice
One
meeting you
love,
as
family.
well. Much love to you.
Love you. Love
Peace.
y'all.
Love
Yeah.
you, family.
I will never ever forget this episode. It's just,
Rosie wild as hell. Rosie,
and that's a
Rosie
code
wild as
9.
hell.
That the codes. It's the codes for me.
Hey, Rosie wild as hell. I swear to God, man.
Let's start classifying situations in my head. Help me keep my
He
stuff
has his
straight.
own language.
I love it. I'm here for all of it. I can't wait to have him back though, because I have like a ton of questions for him. But I, like when he was talking about how he got to know himself in the hole, man, the way that he assessed his situation, the reason why, the psychology, the reason why he got to where he was, I was like, dude is a motivational speaker. Like he doesn't, he may not feel it, but I feel it when he said it. It's there.
Well, that's
It's
why I
there.
told him. That's why I told him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to jump. They want to jump out here and jump back into all these little games out here that's not really gonna get them anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, we was in the barbershop today. I was just like, look, bro, uh, there's easier ways to get it. You got to use your gifts. You can't come out here and try to jump in somebody's game that's been out here and doing this shit for 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta come out here and apply yourself. You know what I'm saying? Bring your A game. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot out here. And sometimes, when you've been in there for so long, you don't really know what's going on when you come out here. They don't really know this shit's going on. You've been in prison. He 12 out of 12 years he been on the streets 2 years. 1 year he was on the run.
So really just 1 year.
Yeah, so really just 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, and the shit that they did was so crazy. Matter of fact, he got shot up when he went to prison. He was shot up. He got shot. It was all kinds of. It was crazy. It was just
Wow.
some wild shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But it just happened over some bad choices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't come out here money hungry and thirsty, and you know what I'm saying. You gotta come out here and move smooth. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta crawl before you walk. You can't just come out here just acting wild, just trying to come out here and take over.
Mm-hmm.
That shit'll get you fucked up every time. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to drop that on him. That's why I wanted to bring him in here. You know what I'm saying? And just give him some give him some advice, man. Because bro he's pretty swift.
He
I've had
definitely
conversations
is.
with him when he was young, and he was on some other shit than most youngsters. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And
They was like my little jits growing up.
it sounds like his awareness and his consciousness is raising as well. So he definitely needs to move strategically. That goes without saying. I need to ask you a question though that I didn't get to ask him, but I'm going to ask you because you've experienced it. What was your pivotal point where you're like, okay, I'm really not going to do this anymore. I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go legit. And that's it. What was that pivotal, like, what was that point for you?
What you mean go straight? I mean, I shot somebody when I was 18 is when I went to prison. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
just when I went to prison, I just knew, uh, that wasn't my lifestyle. That wasn't what I was wanting to.
Hmm.
I ain't trying to stay in prison my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I hated that shit. It was a war zone in there. Shit, it was a war zone in there. Prison was real. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hang with white boys in prison.
Hmm.
Black people stuck together, white people stuck together. We would talk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But shit was real cliquish. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And even I was in maximum security because I had violent charges. So it was real wild down there where I was at, and it was a bunch of Crips and Bloods out of Chattanooga and Memphis, and it was a bunch of killers. My first cellmate had 2 life sentences in 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Young dude, you know, it was wild. And then, one of the first dudes that I met, when I came in there, he was a young dude, just turned 18, and he had 3 life sentences. He killed 3 people,
Mm.
and then beat them and set them on fire. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I'm in there with a 4 year sentence. You know what I'm saying? And these people know they ain't never going home. So you really got to watch all your moves around them because they don't want you to go home neither. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So every time they ask me how much time I had, I never let nobody know. I just be like, man, fuck that shit. I only want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I just put up a bad attitude because, I hated that I was in there anyway. But prison was real cliquish. You had the Nation of Islam, you had Sunni Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You had Crips, you had Bloods, you had Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, Aryan Nation, Aryan Brotherhood. You just had so many gangs of people. Everybody was just clicked up, and when shit popped off, everybody clicked up together, and shit was wild. Like down there where I was at, it was a riot. It was a riot every Saturday.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you knew from jump that that's not where you belonged.
Yeah, I
Just
knew from
that
the
was
jump.
it. I
You know,
did.
I just studied and stayed to myself and wrote business plans while I was locked up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
When I first got in there, people will try you. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker will try you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to, show a motherfucker that I wasn't going right off the rip, you know?
But
So,
how did you do that and stay peaceful mentally enough to write a business plan?
well, when a motherfucker know that if a motherfucker know you soft, they'll stay fucking with you. But when a motherfucker figure out that they gonna have to deal with you a whole lot, they ain't gonna fuck with you. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And I didn't have dreadlocks when I went to prison. I was a little pretty boy cutting going in there. So when I first when I first went to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, listen to this shit. I'm gonna tell this story and then I'm gonna tell you another story. But when I first went to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, right?
Hmm.
Um, they let you out at 6 o'clock in the morning. You go eat breakfast, and then you go out on the yard for an hour. You know what I'm saying? You go shoot basketball, lift weights, whatever you do. You got an hour, and then you go back. You're locked up 23 hours a day.
Oh
You
wow.
know what I'm saying? In Brushy Mountain. So when I first got there, I used to go to the library um, to read the newspaper, the Kingsport newspaper. Like they'll have all the newspapers from all the counties in there, and I would go there to read the Kingsport newspaper. And I went in there, read the newspaper. It was this same old white man sat at this same table every day, and I sat right beside him at this table every day. So after about a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? I come in there every day. So I'm like, hey, what's up, my man? Sit down or whatever. We became real friendly. You know what I'm saying? Not real friendly, but just I'm here every day, you right there every day. So we gonna speak to each other. You feel me?
Hmm.
So and then we'll talk about shit that was in the newspapers or whatever. The whole time I didn't know who this dude was, right? So so um and I and my back then Newports meant a lot. You couldn't get Newports in there. You know what I'm saying? So my family would bring me cartons of Newports on the weekends. And then one of my OGs, uh, he has 2 life sentences. He had been in there for 20 something years. And my mom, my grandmother would bring his mother up there to visit him, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
he had a way to get my Newports in, and they would bring me like 2 cards of Newports. So I had Newports. So um, I was using them Newports, for this, for that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, I'm gonna get it. I told my brother, one of my homeboys, Michael Bunning. I said, Mike, shit, I got these Newports, and he was like, shit, my man got the weed. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, get us a couple of joints. You know what I'm saying? And I give him a couple packs of Newports or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple of joints. So Mike was still eating at Chow. I left the Chow hall and went down to the library. And I was waiting on Mike to come down, and we was gonna walk in the yard and burn the weed. So I told Mike to come in the library and get me whenever he came out of the chow hall or whatever. So when Mike came into the library, I'm sitting there cutting up, laughing, chopping it up with the old white man.
Hmm.
So when we get outside, Mike and we started burning the weed. Mike say, "You know who your friend is, don't you?" And I was like, "Who you talking about?" He's like, "You know who that old white man is, don't you?" I said, nah, oh, hell, he's in there every day. We just chop it up. He reading the paper, I'm reading the paper. He's in that same shit every day. I seen he had a whiskey bottle one day. You know what I'm saying? And was drinking some whiskey in there, like a Jack Daniels bottle or whatever. And he was like, yeah, he's the most powerful man in this prison. I was like, what? He said, that's James Earl Ray Jr., the one that killed Martin Luther King. I said, what? And I've been talking to this dude for weeks. You know what I'm saying? And never knew this dude was James Earl Ray Jr. Right. So the next day I go in there and sure enough, he knew I knew. He knew I knew the way I was, I guess the way I was looking and acting and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, your name James Earl Ray? He was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, man, you killed motherfucking Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and he was like, young brother, I swear to God, he was like, young man. I was 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? He was like, young man, the government is a fucked up government, man. He was like, young man, you probably don't believe me, but I did not kill that man. He said I was set up. He said I was set up by the government to go to Memphis to check in to go to this hotel. You know what I'm saying? And somehow that man got killed and they blame me for the shit. You know what I'm saying? In so many words, that's what he was telling me. You know what I'm saying? And the way he was telling me the shit seemed, I was like, because I was mad. I was already a rebel already. You know what I'm saying? So I was already like on some mad shit, you know what I'm saying? But shit, he didn't fear nothing. He didn't even fear nothing. He was still kind of untouchable in there. But yeah, he sat there and told me, he sat there and ran a whole spiel down to me about that shit, damn near to where I was really doubting the fact that he killed that man. I was like, damn, man, the way he's explaining this shit to me was like, damn, bro, they set you all the way up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was not believing that shit because I was still a warrior. I'm still a warrior. Like somehow, you was involved in that shit in my mind. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But after that, shit, I still see him around and be like, yo, what's up, James? You know what I'm saying? Is what up, James? He kept like whiskey bottles. He kept whiskey and shit. He was in the library every day when I came in there, and I stayed in Brushy Mountain for 6 months. So I seen him every day. Yep, and that was back in 1990. 1990.
That's crazy.
Shit was crazy, man. The whole time I was talking to this man, I never knew who he was, and I probably been talking to him probably for 2 or 3 weeks. Just coming in the library, just what up, James? What up, my man? Just never knew who the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? But back then I knew James Earl Ray was in that prison. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to that prison, you hear the stories. In that prison, I ain't gonna lie to nobody. That was the scariest. The scariest part of my life was pulling up to that prison. When I was pulling up to that prison, it was kind of raining outside. It was kind of like it was wild. It was kind of like dark and like foggy and shit outside and kind of raining or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was just like in my mind, I was like, man, I'm gonna kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna kill somebody. Because I went to Taft Youth Center as a youth. You know what I'm saying? And when I walked in there, you know what I'm saying? I went there on some scared straight shit, like where I had did some crimes when I was young, and they was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Well, you going on this tour of this facility?" So they took all these kids and took us on a tour. So when we walked in this gym, they was all whistling like we was some fucking girls or something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hell no, I didn't like that shit. But you always hear the prison stories, when you go to prison. But it was scary as hell. It was scary coming into Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary because it was a bunch of it was notorious for murderers. It was just notorious for murderers and just the roughest killers in Tennessee lived in this prison. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself, I said, man, I swear to God, they put me in a cell with somebody and somebody try to take my manhood. Either they gonna have to kill me or I'm gonna kill them. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? I just had that. It just turned me into not a nice person no more. You know what I'm saying? I just walked around there. I even got in a fight with one of my own homeboys over the Newports. You know what I'm saying? One of the homeboys from my neighborhood. When he went out, he was lifting weights every day. I was little. I was probably like a buck 50. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I squabbed out with him. You know what I'm saying? I squabbed out with him. And right then, you fight somebody bigger than you, whether you get your ass kicked or not, motherfucker know you ain't going. Anytime a situation arises and somebody put you in that situation, then you going and you ain't taking no shit from nobody, a motherfucker think twice about fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
that was just shit I went through in there. Yeah, it was crazy. It was wild, man. Brushy Mountain it was one of the wildest experiences ever, for real.
And you spent all 4 years there?
I spent 6 months there. I spent 6 months there. And it was classification. Is where they classify you. They send you there to classify you,
Mm-hmm.
and then they send you to like prison camps or work camps or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but you only really supposed to stay there 3 months, and until they classify you to a prison, or a work camp or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I had violent charges, and then I was real unruly to the classification people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like when you they cut, they send you and they ask you all these questions. And really what it was, why they was really pissed off at me, because they wanted to give me a TB shot or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to stick me with a needle. And I bucked that shit every time. And they kept throwing me in the hole because I would never let them stick me with no motherfucking needles and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck that. So they would throw me in the hole for 30 days, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd bring me back out. And then they'd be like, send me back up there to take that TB test again or whatever. I buck that shit again, you know what I'm saying? They throw me in the hole again. Yeah, it was crazy. It was wild as hell. So I ended up staying up there 6 months, and then finally they sent me to Northeast Mountain City. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and, when we got up there, shit, it was wild. I was in high security because my point level was fucked up because I had violent charges. So I was down there in the combat zone around a bunch of murderers and killers, and
Mm.
oh, but
So that's where you did the extent of your time.
yeah, that's where I did most of my time.
Mm.
But I got out on parole. Like I did 14 months and got out on parole.
So what was okay? Being as how you were 18 at the time when you went to Brushy Mountain.
Yeah, I was 18 in Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
So 18, and you're coming out. roughly 1920, right? So I know you had to go through a mental transformation to even be in those places. What was it like coming out? I mean, how
Well,
long
I
did it
joined the
take?
Nation of Islam. I joined the Nation of Islam when I was in prison. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So I was listening to a lot of Malcolm X uh, tapes, and I was reading a lot of Islamic literature. And
Ooh.
uh, I had joined the Nation of Islam, and so we was thorough, we was strong in there, we was deep, and we was real disciplined. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So when I got out, I just had, and what's crazy is the day I got out
Hmm.
is the same day. That same, I'll never forget this. It was the same day Magic Johnson came on TV and said that he had HIV. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember pulling up to my grandmother's house on Dell Street, and as soon as I went in the house, they was like, look at this right here." And it was Magic Johnson was on TV saying that he had HIV. You know what I'm saying? I had a bow tie on because, I was disciplined through Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I was just studying Islam, and I just stayed disciplined. Until probably a year or two. After being out or whatever. Shit. It probably wasn't even a year though. It probably wasn't even a year. But I just was I was working that job, and then I had homies out here in the street that was out here doing everything that they was doing, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it was just easy for me to fall back into the streets and start getting street money again, you know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't long that cuz I never forget I was working that job at that restaurant, and and I probably been there 4 or 5 months or whatever, and the owner was this real rich dude, you know what I'm saying, and he had some fingers missing or whatever, like and he was just always talking his shit or whatever, and somehow I think it was around Christmas time or something like that, and I had a wad of money in my pocket, and he knew that he ain't paid me that motherfucking money. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It was probably $4 or $5,000. You know what I'm saying? I reached in my pocket to pay for food or something. I pulled out that money, and they was like, "Oh shit, how you got all that money? I ain't paid you all that money." You know how motherfuckers be nosy and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So right then, I was just kind of weeded myself off of that job, and
Mm.
but but yeah, I just fell back into the streets. I was young. It just
Hmm.
we had the neighborhood over there, so I just kind of fell back into the streets. My discipline wasn't strong. I was still studying Islam, but I was still hanging with those dudes that was doing street shit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Uh, yeah, but
Did
yeah,
you
that
ever
was a
get
wild ass
flashbacks?
experience. Say it again.
Did you ever get flashbacks from your experience?
No, not no flashbacks. What, like prison?
Hmm.
Not no flashbacks, but I learned from everybody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just seen how prison was ran, and I just seen, it just allowed me to see like weakness in people, you know what I'm saying, and strengths in people. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like it was just easy to identify, who was weak and who was strong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, it was crazy, man. It was wild.
What was the best thing you learned from your experience? Like the very best. I still walk with it in my spirit today. It's the best thing I could have learned.
Discipline, you know, uh, you know, just being able to discipline and have the courage to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have the just being smart, making good decisions, because prison is full of trick bags. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
get your ass. I seen motherfuckers get caught in trick bags left and right. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? If you was just in there, trying to make friends with a motherfucker, you was gonna be in a trick bag. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And I wasn't that back then. You know what I'm saying? I was like Rosie. I came in there a pimp. You know what I mean?
Double D for double
I
dutch
came in there
pimping.
when I went to prison, man. Shit, I had so many little girlfriends. Man, I came in there a pimp. Like,
Mm.
but I didn't know. But I just had to tell myself because I knew that I was a pretty boy, and I knew that was gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but also I had an uncle.
Hmm.
I had an uncle in there that was just ruthless. They didn't want no smoke with him. He's still in there till this day. Alan Bly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Really?
my uncle Alan Bly, man. Yeah, he's still in there right now, but nobody fucked with Unc. And then my dad was in prison. My dad was in another prison. Um, so people knew me. People knew me, so people knew not to really fuck with me. And then being in the Nation of Islam, we just carried ourselves a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I argued with niggas all the time, like on the basketball court, arguing
Hmm.
with niggas, or playing chess, was arguing with niggas, gambling, playing poker and shit. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You know, uh, just when you get in there, shit, you just gotta know how to, move. Stick to yourself, you know what I'm saying, and be ready to go at any time. I mean, man, I seen a dude get stabbed in his neck right in front of me. I seen a dude get his fucking stomach cut out right in front of me, dead, right there. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
don't get flashbacks of that?
Yeah, I seen two best friends. I seen one stab the other one in the neck with a knife. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone and I seen this shit. Like, these dudes ran with each other every day. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Prison was wild, man.
But
That
like
shit.
that stuff, it don't come back to you sometimes?
No,
That's traumatic as hell, Murdoch.
I mean, I just know that I don't want to live that lifestyle. Like, so I move different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've been back to jail, you know what I'm saying? But, I haven't been back to prison. You know what I'm saying? I went back to prison. I went back to prison for 45 days. They sent me back to Brushy Mountain because I violated. I was almost off of parole. I was almost done with my parole, and I violated. I failed a piss test. You know what I'm saying? So they violated me and sent me back to Brushy Mountain for 45 days. And I flattened my sentence at Brushy Mountain for 45 days. Yep. And then, I got
Interesting.
out. I did some petty shit. Got caught with weed, or, that child support shit.
Do you
But
feel
yeah.
like do you feel like your dad being in prison set like a cycle for you? Or set a domino effect in motion?
Um, Not so much my dad, you know what I'm saying? Because my
Hmm.
dad was on drugs, and you know, that's what sent him to prison. It was my neighborhood.
Hmm.
It was just coming up in the hood, in poverty in the neighborhood. And that shit. I just had a no nonsense mentality. So when the little white dudes try to run me off of the road, you know what I'm saying, and call my mama a nigger bitch, you know what I'm saying, it triggered me, and I just started dumping on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started dumping on them, and you know, and I had the wrong people in the car with me that ended up telling on me. So I ended up doing a 4-year sentence.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah,
Interesting.
it was that was college to me because the year before I did that, I
Hmm.
stabbed somebody. I stabbed this dude in the neck on the block. You know what I'm saying? But I was 17. I was a juvenile. You know what I'm saying? And I stabbed this dude in the neck on the block on some. We just in the streets, just wild. I'm still in high
Wow.
school.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just the streets. The neighborhood was wild back then. You know what I'm saying? And shit, motherfuckers just wasn't playing. Like shit was real. And I was just always wasn't gonna take nothing from nobody. You know what I'm
Where
saying?
does your rage come from? Because in my head,
It ain't no rage. It ain't no rage. It's when somebody push you to the limit.
see, in my head, I justified everything that you did because I understand the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
But I was young. I was just young and wild too. I was just young and when you're young, you don't make the best choices. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
So I was just young and nowadays a lot of that shit, I just be like, man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit
Yeah.
on somewhere. As long as you don't, put no hands on me or threat my life some kind of way to where, I have to defend myself. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
yeah.
I feel like there's two different types of rage. Actually, there's multiple types, but the main two is just blind rage. You know what I'm saying? You just walk around mad just because you're mad. But then there's a justified rage. I feel like you are a rebel by nature, which you've said it, so so I'm just agreeing.
I was just a rebel against racism. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't against, I wasn't violent towards anybody that wasn't violent towards me. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
It
I
was
only
justified.
got violent with people that got violent towards me.
Justified rage. It comes up and it bubbles up, and you use it to either make a statement, to politicize a stance. It's justified rage, right?
But I wasn't proud of none of that shit. I ain't proud of none of that shit. That shit is just learning lessons. I went through that. You know what I'm saying? And just like it'll let you, you get in, you know who you are. You know what you're
Hmm.
capable of. You know what I'm saying? If somebody pushes you, threatens your life, you will defend yourself. That's anybody.
I guess for me, it helps me to understand these young boys out here now, or any young boy that's growing up in the hood without a father telling them no, a father standing up, helps me understand the necessity of black fatherhood. Um, and that's the reason why I brought up justified rage. Because I mean, our boys, mine included, because they're growing up with a single mother, right? A single mother household. And they walk around with a pocket full of rage that's not theirs to deal with. And it comes out in many different ways, right? It could come out as just blatant defiance. It could come out in blatant rebellion, but then it could come out fighting, being on the block, whatever, what have you. But that's, I mean, I guess it's because I've been breaking down the dichotomy of black motherhood, right? And it's like our bitterness births their rage. You know what I'm saying? And it just starts putting stuff together for me, and it makes sense. Um, but I will have to applaud you because I haven't affirmed you in a while, anyways. I do have to applaud you for coming out of that situation with a lesson learned and not a chip on your shoulder, because there's a lot of people that do.
Well, back in the days in the neighborhood,
Hmm.
some of the first violence that I ever seen in my neighborhood, I was a little kid
Hmm.
and I seen this station wagon come through the neighborhood, right?
Hmm.
And these dudes jumped out in Ku Klux Klan uniforms, right? And my dad, my uncles, Brian Goodwin, Donovan Graves, man,
That
I
was
seen
here.
them, yeah, in Riverview, right here in our neighborhood. I seen beat the hell out of them. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad got shot before, over in Cloud back when black people couldn't really go to Cloud. Like we didn't really go to Cloud back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get caught
Oh.
over there, that shit was kind of out of bounds. That shit was, you might get fucked up. My daddy got shot over there one time. You know what I'm saying? Because I think him and my uncle they was just over there wilding, doing whatever the hell they was doing. And I was a little kid, and him and my uncle came in the neighborhood. And I'll never forget, my dad's whole face was bloody.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? His whole face was bloody where he had caught some buckshots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he caught some bullets and shit. And then they was just wild. They was wild as hell. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So this is just the kind of shit that I seen growing up. You know, so
So, okay, I'm a baby, 91 and everything else after, right? Cloud was like segregated and off like that?
man, Cloud was all white people at one time. Black people couldn't go to Cloud at one time.
Was it
Period.
the same way for Riverview though? Like white people just didn't cross our bounds? Because
Hell
growing
nah.
up,
They came over there. If they came over there, it was gonna be on. Or if they was coming over there to buy drugs or whatever,
uh-huh.
they better meet somewhere up close to the red light, get their shit, and get the hell on. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
growing up, going to Riverview, because I was a bird baby. I lived in the burbs, right? But I went to church in Riverview, so I spent a lot of my time there. It was real one off. When I ever saw a white person there, it was some real one off situational type shit. But I didn't know it was to that extent. So let me ask you this, because in my head I gotta make it make sense. Cloud was all white people, Riverview all black people. What was Lee like?
Really all white people.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't many black people over in Lee back then. Lee kind of, a few black people started going to Lee. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Hmm.
Lee was still a little bit off. It wasn't blacks over there at first when I was growing up.
Damn.
I remember one night, I was probably about 15. I was probably about 15. I was young, but
Hmm.
I was shooting dice. And it was late at night. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And rest in peace, Funky Slim. You know what I'm saying? Me, Funky Slim, and Franklin Parambo was shooting dice. And rest in peace, Franklin too. And I think Quincy Jones. I think it was Quincy Jones out there was with us. And anyway, it was just us four right there on the block shooting dice, and we'd been shooting dice for a minute. No cars was coming through or nothing. So all of a sudden, this truck comes through and passes us. So I'm looking, I'm like, the fuck is this truck doing? I know they ain't delivering newspapers yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the truck pulls up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm on my knees, shooting dice, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting money, you know what I'm saying? So I just having to keep my eye on the dude in the truck at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what was about to happen. It was just a strange truck. So the dude jumps out the truck, pulls the bed of the truck down, pulls out a gun, turns around to us and cocks it and said, "Die, nigga." Pow! And lets the shit fly. And man, I threw money and we take out running, and this dude just shot. Boom, 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 boom. Just shot at us until, I got around the corner. Like shit was the bullets was hitting the building, and the rocks off the building was just smacking us upside the head and shit. Luckily none of us luckily none of us got shot, but that was just how the hood was back in the days. That's just how shit was. You just always had to be on point, like, you know, but yeah, shit was crazy. Yeah, motherfuckers will try to get you no matter what. But that's just some shit I went through. Shit, shit. I can tell you way more stories than that. Like shit is crazy. Like
I got time.
Man, shit is wild.
Post podcast. I got time. I want to hear. Cause see, the only thing that I know about Riverview, right, is what's been told to me. And so I get all the positive things. I get, there's Central Baptist Church, there's Mount Zion, there's, that particular neighborhood where most of the, the ministers, they lived over there, and prominent blacks lived on Carver. Like, I hear the good stuff. You know
Prominent
what I'm
blacks
saying?
lived on Dunbar.
Dunbar, that's what it was. Because honestly, my best friend Joyce Stewart, growing up, and shout out to her. Um, that was my ace, literally inseparable, right? And rest in power to her father Johnny Stewart, who passed away. He used to keep us in line. There was like a team of parents where we knew we couldn't cross no bridges with them, so we never tried. Now we could get over on some of them, like Mr. Van, shout out to Van Dobbins. We had him wrapped around our fingers and vice versa, right? But there was like a team of parents that we couldn't cross. We have those good memories. The babies that were there, I guess you can say 90s to now, right? We had those good memories, but we don't have any, I don't have much to go off of from before that. And though I do love the fluff pieces and I love the positive memories, I tend to dive into the real, and I want to know the reality. You know what I'm saying? I want to know the reality of what Riverview used to be, because it's so gentrified now and has been for several years, right? It's hard to remember what it was because of how bad off it is now.
I remember when black people didn't even leave Riverview. Like we hardly even left Riverview. If we did, we would go downtown to one of them stores and shop, or it was like Hills. We would go to Hills
Hmm.
and them stores right there and shop or whatever. But it was straight back to the hood. It was straight back to Riverview. Like it wasn't really like we do now. It ain't no just run around everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah. But we had businesses. We had every business up and down the street that you really didn't have to leave.
Yeah, because didn't you told me that there was a grocery store there at one point?
Well, it was like a restaurant. It was a restaurant. Kind of like grocery store, little small grocery
Hmm.
store. But
Still, that's definitely better than what we have now. We have a lot of buildings over there that are not in use.
well, they bought all that shit up, and they've torn that down and moved on. Like you know, um, it just ain't the same. Shit, it ain't the same. I don't even know if any black people live over there, except for the ones that live in those houses on the outskirt streets that probably own those houses for years or whatever. But
Hmm.
you know, shit, I don't even ride through there anymore because it's just not the same. I have some spray paintings over there that I done and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's no businesses over there. There's no. It used to be bars and clubs and barbershops and restaurants and all that up and down the street. So, when we integrated, all that shit died. So
Hmm.
then when they gentrified and tore it down, and they started moving everybody over there, they start mixing all the people up. So, it just ain't. It's not the same. You never know who's the police over that motherfucker now.
That's facts. Saying that to say, it's not that people want to do illegal shit. They just want to live in their homes in peace.
Well, it was different. It was
Disclaimers.
different because we was unified. It
Hmm.
was a different kind of unity.
Hmm.
We protected our block. We didn't allow any bullshit to come on our block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So nowadays we don't have that kind of unity. And even the kids these days, they don't have that kind of unity that we had. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like my crew, we stuck together. You might see a pack of 20 kids just packed together running through alleys late at night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, kids they didn't have like my kids, they didn't have the neighborhood like I had the neighborhood.
My kids don't either.
Like I could go over any I could just I remember the police chasing me and I just run in anybody's house. The police get on me and I dip.
Mm-hmm.
First, as soon as I get out of sight, I can just run in anybody's door and shut the door, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. But go upstairs, go upstairs, shut that door, lock the door. I ain't letting nobody come in here. And it might be some old lady, like old woman, or but they knew my people, so they was there to protect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's not like that. They straight tell on your ass now.
Well, like I was thinking about earlier, the old women that used to be on the block, it ain't the same. Cause the old women nowadays still trying to be out here partying with the young ones, making the same knucklehead ass decisions that the young ones is making. So we don't have any. That's why we cherish the youths, because we need OGs that's got wisdom, that's willing to pass it. There's older people that didn't mature mentally, that didn't mature spiritually, they just aged physically. You know what I'm saying? We don't have people like we used to have people. Like I remember Miss Jenny Ruth. She was a woman at the church. Don't cross her. Don't do it. We was rehearsing for the Christmas play, and because we rolled deep. It wasn't just one or two girls. It was like a team of seven, right? And we all just hung together. Well, one of us got mouthy. Oh, she stepped to all of us. She didn't care who it was, but we never disrespected her. One of them did, and she cussed her out in the sanctuary, and we were scared to death of that woman. But there was a respect factor. You know what I'm saying? There was a respect factor between us and them older women. And so there's a class and an elegance and a wisdom and just their ways about them. We got to benefit from that. But our kids nowadays, you got a bunch of 60 and 70-year-old teenagers running around who ain't got their shit together. They don't get the benefit from the block. They don't get the benefit from the community. They don't get the benefit from the wisdom. So they're going to run around just as stupid.
Well, our neighborhoods wasn't meant for us to uh prosper as good people. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? They was full of drugs, full of alcohol, full of just I mean, you got the love from the OGs and the elders. You know what I'm saying? You got the love, but still, it was just sad to see people that you loved junked out.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Our community could have been built on some better prosperity.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of, we glorify the negative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We glorify the selling of the drugs. We glorify, you know, but the using of the drugs. But there was good people out there that even sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? They did it and then they would like back then, some of the biggest drug dealers, they would give back to the kids. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
You know, man, we had people like Anthony Daniels, you know what I'm saying, who had programs, boxing programs that, taught us how to box and he kept us disciplined and he kept us busy with
mm-hmm,
positivity. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And we had the Pappy Blyes, the Moose Henrys, you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
the Pete Crockett's, you know what I'm saying? We had the people out there that we looked up to. You know what I'm saying? That did give a lot of positivity off, but when you go up and down the block, you seen the other shit, and that was the majority of shit that was going on. Like you know, people on drugs and people dealing drugs and just the partying and It's just a wild lifestyle. And I think nowadays, it's all about building communities that's about, prosperity and, you know, uh, building opportunity, what I'm saying, for the young ones. Cause the young ones really, we didn't stand a chance, shit. As soon as we could, we was trying to sell some drugs because that's where the money was at.
Hmm.
We see the big time drug dealer, they coming in through in the fly ass cars and shit.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in our minds, that's what we had to do. It wasn't even back then when I was growing up, it wasn't really even, sports and shit like that.
Hmm.
It was just it was the street niggas that was getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
can see
shit
that.
that we glorified. So that's the shit that we seen. So that's the shit that we followed. You know what I'm saying? We needed a better but when you don't own the property, when you don't own the housing and you don't own the shit,
Hmm.
and whoever owns it, they the one that has the plan for you and the agenda for you.
That's facts. You say it all the time. If we don't plan for our kids, if we don't plan for ourselves, somebody else gonna do it.
You got that right.
That's one of your most notable quotes in my head. It lives rent free because it's so true. It's so true. We failed to plan for our children, and we've allowed other people to do it. The only thing about it is you say we're in a power shift, right? So we have time. Well, we don't have time, but we have opportunity. I'll say to make new plans. So
We got to start learning to work together. You know what I'm saying? And trusting each other and quitting all this motherfucking hating and shit.
we don't believe in each other like we used to.
We hardly ever see. I never see none of the homies really working together. And what's crazy is I just told she this today at the barbershop. 'Cause I get my brothers they flowers while they here, but I was like, bro, man, I look at Sheed, Micah, Craig, they own barbershops, right?
Hmm.
But I respect them so much because I see each and every one of them take a young one under their wing and teach them how to be a great barber. I seen Micah do it, and I see she do it. I seen Craig. I see all three of them. I just
Hmm.
seen them do it, and give our community, the youngsters in our community, opportunity. I did it too with the skateboard business. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I created, some good skateboarders. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just I never really went into business with I employed black children, but we never grew up to really go into business together to take the business to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that
Hmm.
I wish I could have done. Even you know, like a year ago, I wanted to bring a skateboard company back, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to have four black people. I wanted to use like Stevie Williams, Kareem Campbell, and Carl Watson, who was friends of mine in the skateboard industry. But I wanted to see if we could put a skateboard company together that we own together. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Great opportunity for uh, our neighborhoods because one thing about it, when kids see us work together, then they'll learn to work together. But
Hmm.
when they see us, working for other people, but we can't work with each other, then that's the only thing that they're gonna know is to go work for other people. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I wanted to build like this uh, business of black men that own skateboard company that own the skateboard company together. I mean, I still have those. Um, I still have that in my mind, to do that. But
Hmm.
and I've presented it to a couple of them skateboarders, but they already millionaires and set in their ways, and they're not about it. So
Yeah.
it still might happen one day
Oh, it could. It definitely can.
for sure.
You just got to believe in it. And I know you do. I believe you. I'm always 10 toes down for you.
And it's
So,
nothing against anybody else, because I've worked with uh, everybody. It's just
uh-huh.
something that we have to do for us as a people. Our children need to see us working together. And I just think, that's just a vision that they need to see. Like we have some of the best skateboarders in the world that are black kids, but I
Hmm.
never see none of them work together. I've always seen them in some kind of beef, and then they squash the beef or whatever.
Hmm.
But because they're millionaires and they don't want to take their beef. I've seen their beefs get out of hand before, but
Mm.
they don't want to let these beefs get out of hands to where they're not losing, to where they're not being able to, spend their millions or whatever. But
Hmm.
I just wish our children had the vision of us being powerful enough to work together.
Yeah, I agree. And to be honest with you, notably, um, having our own, we were talking earlier, we were chopping it up as a lead to coming on tonight. We can't look to another culture to provide us equity. It's not going to exist. It's not going to be provided from that other culture. In order for us to have opportunities, to have any type of, I guess you can say, equity and stake in how we're doing as a community, we're going to have to do it for ourselves. Every other culture has done it for themselves. Break it down. Chinese people come over here, well, excuse me, Asian people come over here to own businesses, right?
They
We
come to create
see
Chinatown.
exactly. We
Yeah,
have all these different cultures that come here to build their community, to build their culture. We are the only ones that we're reaching out to other cultures to provide us with an opportunity or provide us with a sense of equity, because true equity is never going to be created. We're 400, 500, 600 years behind the curve. So we're never going to have true equity. That's why I don't understand the arguments about reparations, this, that, and the other thing. We're never going to have a true statement of equity that we're going to follow as a country. It's not going to happen. The only thing that we can do for ourselves is finally do what other cultures have been doing for 400, 500, 600 years, and that's build our own structures, build our own programs, plan for our children better, actually hold stake in our community. We have to. It's not for anybody else to do. Now, like you said earlier, you got people with their hand out, need and greed. You know what I'm saying? You got people with their hand out. They just want somebody else to hand it to them because they're not willing to put the work in. However, the work that you do put in it's basically currency. You'll get your return back when the community thrives. Am I speaking out of turn?
well, it's easy. It's easy to when you've been through what we've been through as a people.
Hmm.
It's easy for us to accept um, a $20 hour job uh, and feel like we're on top of the world and we're,
Touche.
you know what I'm saying, and
Touche.
we don't really care about anything else. You know what I'm saying? We don't really
Hmm.
see the how we hurt our own communities, and we don't really see the vision that we put off to our children. So, our children end up, with that same mentality. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about nobody else as long as I get a $20 hour job. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then that cycle, repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? So, we just gotta see the bigger picture, and want more for, the culture than what we provide, what we put out. We gotta really, you know, plan and build our own communities. And, just like I always, people used to always be like, man, I can't believe they're gonna tear the projects down and move all these people in. I was like, shit, they built it. Why can't they tear it down? They built
Hmm.
it for you. It's up to us to put our learn how to work together, and then go buy us a plot of land and start building our houses and apartments over here on our land, and bringing our people over to this land so nobody can take nothing from us.
And creating our own commerce to autonomously run our community.
Spend our money with each other, and you know, just respect and love your culture. And it's taking nothing from anybody else. I don't, shit. Everybody else, they do a good job of taking care of their people. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? It's time to do a good job of taking care of ours.
That's it. That's it.
Shit. We've been too long. It ain't even about, reparations. If reparations, like told you earlier, if they gave half of us $350,000 in reparations, a lot of us would be right back broke in 3 months. And a
Yep.
lot of it would be smoked up in drugs, and all these cars you would go buy would be tore up. And,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that kind of reparation uh, is will repair us. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We need control of the things that we've contribute to this society.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We need, total control of
There we
our
go.
music industry. You know what I'm saying? We need total control of, the things that we've created. We've invented so much shit, what I'm saying, that we're not even in control of no more.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, when we start getting the respect, of that, and receiving, our royalties from that, then we might be able to repair. We might start liking each other and being able to repair. If one people is fucked up in the country, it makes the whole country fucked up.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
exactly it.
So we have to make sure, if we are a united country, everybody should want black people to repair. Asians should want black people to be repaired. Mexicans should want black people to be prepared. White people should want us to be repaired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we can build paradise on this earth.
You are exactly correct.
But with capitalism and greed, that never happens. I think they fear our compassion. They feel our compassion is uh, a power that will put us, you know, over them.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, that's it. Because I mean, anybody can throw out some money. That's not a power play.
No,
That's not a power move. That's a
you're not.
pacifier.
You're not. You haven't been taught to know how to use that money.
Right. Your spending habits and your relationship with money has not been repaired. So your mind hasn't been renewed. So you're going to just fall into the same cycles over and over. Just to piggyback off of what you just said, it's going to be the same shit over and over. Kids are not going to be able to thrive. Ain't going to be no future planning. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the same old shit. But as soon as, because when we were doing the most inventions came, I'll say, at a time where black people could not have patents. So, and necessity is I think they said necessity is the mother of invention. Why would white people need to invent anything at those times? They weren't doing the work that we were doing. So yes, you want to really repair the relationship. You're all for reparations. Give us the originals. I want the plans. You know what I'm saying? I want the original plans. I want I want the royalties. I want what is owed to me. But no little you can keep your dollar. You know what I'm saying? I want the power. I want the prestige. I want pride in my community. But I don't want no dollar.
What is owed is respect.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's what we got to take. You
Yeah, we
know.
can't ask. I ain't sitting at no table asking nobody.
Yeah, that's what we got to take is respect. That's what's owed. You know. But I don't know. I don't even really get into those. Um, I see the shit on the internet,
Mhm.
reparations and all that, but I don't expect nobody to um, give anybody anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever we build, we gonna have to build it ourselves. You know,
Yep. That's it.
we damn near built this country by ourselves
With
without no
all
respect.
mankind.
So now
Come
we
on.
gotta start taking respect.
Come on. Talk yo talk.
You know, but and it's none to nobody because I chill with I shit. I'm popular around here. I chill with everybody, but it ain't nothing that I won't say to anybody. You know what I'm saying? What's real is what's real.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like and it's probably knocked me out of opportunity, but I'm not an opportunist. So
Mm.
you know, I'm all about repairing this earth, bringing paradise to the planet
That's
is
it.
is, is more important. Everybody has a purpose here. Some people are easily manipulated by dollars and statuses and shit. I'm
That's
I'm
facts.
I'm me. I'm me. I feel strong in without all of that. Intelligence, being smart, being wise, and standing for you know respect and what's real means more to me than any of that shit.
That's facts.
And I get respected everywhere. I go in redneck bars. The redneckest bars, and I still talk this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Shit. I told you I went to that bar in Alabama with Marlon, and I didn't know if I was gonna make it out of there. I had a shirt with a fist on it that said revolution revolutionary on it. It's just a shirt that I bought at a lecture or something, but shit, man. I walked in there and all them people had rebel flag hats and shirts, and it was wild. It was a wild. I didn't know if I was gonna make it up out of there, but shit. They respected me. It was no disrespect. Didn't one person get out of hand and shit, I got the hell out of there. Don't mean I'm going back, never go back, but I got the hell up out of there.
That
And we
feels.
stayed there for 2 or 3 hours, but yeah, it's just all about respect,
Hmm.
And then we see all this shit going on in the news, old man shoots a little kid. It's wild right now.
It definitely is.
But we just gotta learn to stand with each other and start believing each other and take respect.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it. Taking, not asking.
yeah. I ain't never asked. I just be like, fuck it, whether you like me or not. Say the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the shit anyway, whether you like it or not. Fuck it. You probably ain't gonna hire me because shit, I'm gonna say it anyway. Fuck
It's an important stance, we'll say.
it. But yeah. Shoot, it's been I'm glad we got back on here. We almost at the 2 hour mark. We
Dang,
usually do about yeah, we usually do about 2 hours.
yeah, I missed this
Uh,
mic. It's good to
we
be
had
back home.
we had Rosebud on here, tripping out and shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope he gets it together. You know what I'm saying?
And
Uh,
that's Rosebud with two D's.
man, Rosebud a wild dude. I just really try to give him some encouragement because, you know, uh, all them little youngsters, they looked up to me a lot when they out here. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
they see me out here moving the way I move and starting businesses and, creating positivity and, just and they really looked up to me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So whenever they get out, I just try to give them some encouragement or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I just told Rosie, man, go start your podcast, man. Just get on there and talk. You can get you some money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be out here in the streets. But sometimes, that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really know how to do anything else. So I just try to give them some guidance.
Yeah, it's appreciated. And sometimes when you're given guidance for the first time or just in a formal way, just plant the seed. Just plant the seed. We youngsters, we may not act like we hear y'all all the time, but we hear you. We hear you. We just have a different way of responding to it. We got to work on that.
So we're gonna since Rosie, we came in with 40. We're gonna leave on 40.
I love it. Now give me some good 40.
Anyone from Tennessee should pay
I love ads.
close attention. Residents of
Right.
Tennessee who earn less than $1,000.
Oh.
The sneak.
Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 Tell me when to go.
I did that.
Ooh, Jesus Christ had dreads, so shake 'em. I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some. Imagine all the Hebrews going down, dancing on top of chariots and turning tight ones. Ooh, tell me when to go. Talking on my Getro on my way to the south. My second or third trip. Some Henny, some Swishers, and some Listerine strips. Dr. Green Thumb lips just to ease my thoughts. Not just the cops, but the homies you gotta watch. The moon is full, look at the dark cloud. Sitting in my scraper watching Oakland going wild, ta-da. I don't bump mainstream, I knock underground. All that other sugar-coated and watered down. I'm from the Bay where we hyphy and go dump. From the soil where them rappers be getting they lingo from. Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 I'm off that 18 gummy juice. Like a man, lay with the black suit. King of the super duper. And your wife, you don't want me like. From the Bay to the A, put me in the backwoods with a sweet boy. It's just some shit I wrote. I said he couldn't be saved by Shonda. I slid past on the gas. That it's good, like the granddaddy. Cross gang, you get flipped like a burger patty. A zigzag, pass me the big old fatty. I drink white with a snow bunny, talking big shit in a scraper point. Hell, I done 1800, Jose Quay. I mean, y'all know what I'm saying? No. Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 Now let me direct traffic for a minute. Let me tell y'all about this hockey movement we got going in the back. When I say something, you say it right.
Yo.
We're gonna do it like this here. Ghost ride the wind.
Yeah.
Ghost ride the wind. Ghost ride the wind. Ghost ride the
Nah,
wind.
you good. I just have closing this thing out with E40 for you right now.
Put your stunner shades
Yeah.
on. Put your stunner shades on. Put your stunner shades on. Put your stunner shades on.
Nah. I just playing one of his
Break,
videos.
dip. Gas, brake, dip. Shake them dreads. Shake them dreads. Shake them dreads. Shake them dreads. Let me see you show your grid. 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 Now this. Doors open, man. Doors open, man. Doors open, man. Doors open, man. Watch them swing. Watch them swing. Watch them swing. Watch them swing. Go stupid. Go stupid. Go. Ooh, tell me when to go. 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 Tell me when to go.
Nah, you cool. No. Oh, four. Hey. That's crazy. Rosie called me just now, huh?
What's he doing? He all right?
Yeah, he good.
Good.
He was just giving his thanks, appreciation.
That song takes me back. We thought we were some Cali kids for a minute.
Yeah. Yo. Appreciate everybody watching. It's the Porter Kings podcast. Until next time, peace and love. I am great and grateful. This is not mine, it's ours. Have an awesome day and a beautiful tomorrow. In the words of Unc, Talman Lafayette Lee. Peace.